Hello, my name is Elizabeth Soria, and I will be introducing our 2022 Ray Dale Memorial Scholarship recipient, Ms. Livia Camarena Sanchez, who's currently attending the Stanford PA program. Congratulations, Livia.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Soria. It really is a pleasure to be here and also to have received this wonderful scholarship. Thank you.
You're very welcome. I would like to begin by asking you a few questions. First, I would like to ask, why did you decide to become a PA?
So I chose to become a PA because my mom went through a lot of health problems growing up, and I realized that it was as I continued to, go through school. I realized that it was because of not having access to healthcare and also not knowing how to get access to those services. And she actually saw a PA, and it was really wonderful to see the connections that she made with my mom. Before, I didn't know what a PA was, and then that's whenever I'm like, wow, this is a career. And I learned more about it, and I learned that you can switch specialties. And I've always considered myself a lifelong learner and always looking for opportunities to grow and opportunities to learn more. And that was just a really, really, really like good thing for me with this career.
That's amazing. So I'm sure your mom was a big influence for you growing
Yeah.
up to get into
Yes.
the field. That's great. Would then this question kind of follows what you just mentioned. So, who is someone in your life that influences you to work towards your goals?
Mhm. I think there's various influences depending on what aspect of life we're talking about. I think with my interest in healthcare, it's more of my mom. And then you see so many role models out there, whether it's professors, whether it's mentors, and they've encouraged me to keep going and to not let certain barriers get in the way. But for healthcare, I think it's my mother who influenced me to really have an interest, a sincere interest and passion towards healthcare and advocacy.
That's beautiful. Great. Who was the first person you told that you received when you received the news that you had been selected for the scholarship?
I called my mom actually.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I
Great.
called my mom and I told her because I was working through the applications over in December whenever we were together, I think for the holidays. And I'm like, okay, I have to work on this. I have to work on this. And I'm like, Mom, do you remember I was working on something over the break? She's like, yeah. I'm like, I got it.
That's amazing.
So
Your work paid off. Good job.
happy.
Congrats. Well deserved.
Thank you.
Why would you say giving back to your profession is so important?
I think it's very important because of how new our profession is. And I think giving back to it and also advocacy is what's really, really important, especially in underserved communities who don't know, other careers besides the main careers, like, the ones that you grow up learning about teacher, lawyer,
Mhm.
and PA. A lot of people don't know about it. So I think advocacy is extremely, extremely important and you need to give back for it. Give back to your
Absolutely.
profession.
Absolutely. Great. And how would you say the pandemic has affected your journey to becoming a PA?
Mhm. So I actually grew up from my undergrad in 2019, and then the pandemic started 2020. And was it 2020? Yes,
Yes.
it was 2020. And I had to take certain prereqs. So there was a lot of classes that I had to take. I started in person and then they all got switched online. It was definitely an adjustment, but I think it was, just the dedication that I really wanted to apply for the programs and I really wanted to be a better candidate to become a PA, was what really pushed me through.
Great.
Now, there still are some classes that I have to take online, but it's becoming a little bit better. Last quarter, my first quarter, we were all in person, and then the surge happened with the Omicron, and that's whenever things started getting pushed back a little bit to virtual.
Mhm.
But I think it's being just flexible and just going along with it.
That's great. And you're going to find yourself in this profession. You have to kind of go roll with the punches, and there's going to be ongoing changes, and you just have to be, like you said, flexible. So it sounds like you're being shaped for that perfect career. How do you envision the PA profession growing or changing in the coming years?
Yeah. I think in the coming years, our profession is going to grow a lot in the way that there's going to be more people who know about it, more people who, well, who know about it early on in life. More so, I feel like people learn about this as they go through certain phases in their life, or as they're already working in healthcare, or as they're going to school wanting to be something else. And
Mhm.
that's whenever they learn about it. But I think throughout the years, more people will learn about it, and maybe kids will know what a PA is, or people who are in high school. And especially underserved communities will have more awareness to what this profession is too.
That's correct. Good, good. How do you, what do you think why do you think it's important to be part of Kappa as a member? And what would you tell other PAs that are not members currently?
Mhm. I think it's very important to be part of the Kappa organization, especially if you live in California, because you get to network and meet so many people who have the same vision as you and who are close to you. I mean, not necessarily next door to you, but who perhaps if you go, a few miles down, you'll be able to meet with them and interact and have, certain networks and certain conversations that you wouldn't be able to.
Mhm.
Just similar visions, and I think that's what it is.
Right, good. Have you been to a Kappa conference yet? I don't think you've
No,
had one, right? Okay, so
no, I
this year I hope that that's what's gonna take role. So you'll love it. It's definitely a great conference. Um, what Ray Dill was instrumental in advancing the PA profession through advocacy. How do you plan to advocate and promote the advancement of the PA profession?
mhm. I plan to get involved with leadership positions and always keep advocating and being that, revolutionary person who isn't really sure, who people be like, why is she doing that? Why is she doing that? But you know that it's because you want to push for this profession to be more and to be more recognized. Whether it's in school, like I am now getting involved with as a student representative, to whenever I have my first job
Mhm,
trying to be a leader in my department, and then maybe later on in the hospital, then maybe later on in a national organization.
mhm.
Always just keep pushing forward to have awareness and also have advocacy and to spread what our profession does. Because it's really wonderful, all we do, and we just need to share it with others and promote and advocate for it.
Absolutely. We definitely need more leadership PAs to get involved. So I really admire that from you. And not only that, but doing it at an early phase in your career as a PA student. So I admire that a lot. So keep on going. We want more advocacy for sure. I know this is probably going to be a question you might not be able to know at this point, but what would you say post-graduation, what would you like to do as a licensed PA? What field interests you?
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure, like you said. I, you know, what got me interested in healthcare is my mom. So I've always been interested in women's health and more so preventative health. That really is what drove me into the profession. That's what I came in wanting to do. But now I'm in school, and that still really is what interested me. And I'm still really find such profound interest in teaching preventative health and trying to reach out to underserved communities and just promote that. Um, but I want to keep my options open because there are so many specialties that PA do such wonderful work. I that's why I'm not sure. That is what brought me in, and that is what I still am passionate about, but I'm allowing myself to learn more about other specialties and see what it is that drives me, or what it is that maybe, oh, I really like this too.
Yes, great. Yes, and you'll find that you might start thinking you want to do one area, and then once you do your internship in the different rotations, you'll find out that you might find passion for another. So this is why that's the beauty about our profession,
Mhm,
that even if you select one area in medicine, you can always go and train in a different area and work in different areas. So that's
mhm.
the beauty of our profession, which is wonderful. So well, I think I'm done with my questions. Do you have any questions for us?
No, I don't have any questions for you. Thank you.
Okay. Well, I want to again congratulate you for being the recipient of the Raildale Scholarship, and I thank you for continuing your advocacy for our profession and staying involved.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Sawyer. It
course.
really, really means a lot.